my god, what is that? Let's just get this started with. Hello, happy Friday. Okay, in today's video, we are going to be doing a girl talk and I'm so excited. I always love when I see these videos and I'm happy I get to finally make my own. I love girl talk. I love talking about boys. I'll talk about periods. I'll talk about literally anything. I don't care. I'm pretty much an open book. So I'm so excited. So I have a list of everything that I'm going to talk about. But before we get on to the video, make sure to like and subscribe and also follow me on my socials. I'm very active on there. I'm trying to grow. I'd love if you were to join the family. And we're just gonna yap. Or I'm gonna yap and you're gonna listen to me, hopefully, because I have some good advice. I might not take my advice always, but I have some damn good advice. Let's get on into it. All right, I think we should just jump into periods so the boys can leave. Okay, my disclaimer about periods. They are normal. They are good for you. If you have a period, that means that you are healthy. I know a lot of girls who say, I hate my period. I mean, I hate my period too, but like, still need her. Like, that just means your body is healthy. I know a lot of girls who will struggle with EDs and they will lose their periods, or they'll be going through like different health struggles and they lose their period and they are so happy when they get it back, because that is how important it is to your body. Just remember, they are normal. You're okay. I know it might suck, but you're not weird for having a period. So just had to get that out of the way. If you're dating someone and they're like, ew, you're so disgusting for having a period, okay, bitch, bye. Like, the fuck? Sorry, but like, you have a period. You're a woman, okay? Like, I don't know. I just had to get that disclaimer out of the way, but let's move on to everything else. Okay, so a question that I got is how to deal with pain, like cramps and like back pain. I get terrible back pain and cramps when I'm on my period, and this is how I deal with them. I know everyone has different pain tolerance and all of that, but this is just how I deal with it. I love to use heating packs, like rice packs or just like the normal heating packs. I use them on my back and my stomach. Or not my stomach, but like my uterus. And then I don't really take medicine or anything, but I know a lot of people will take Advil and Motrin. I have taken both of those before and they do work. I just don't take them like all the time. I kind of just thug it out, to be honest. Taking a nice hot shower or hot bath. Okay, what else do I have? Drinking enough water. Oh my gosh. I know people are always like, tell girls like, oh, you need to be drinking more water, you need to be eating more. But seriously, because when you think about it, you're bleeding. You're literally bleeding for almost 7 days straight. You need more water to keep up and like keep your body functioning well. Just stay hydrated. That's really, really important when you're on your period, is to stay hydrated. So please remember that. Another thing to remember is to let your body rest. When you're on your period, it's putting a big strain on your body, to be honest. Like, your body is just not in its normal state and you're just uncomfortable. Okay, another thing that has really helped me with my period is understanding how my body works when, before, and after I'm on my period. So basically just like my whole cycle, to be honest. Learning about your cycle is really, really important. I think every girl should take the time to understand it because it's really, really beneficial. Taking the time to understand how your body works when you're on your period, and then I say like a week before my period as well, is really, really important, because you're able to like kind of tell that your period's coming without having to use a tracker. My appetite will change. I'll feel a little bit nauseous before my period. My chest will start to hurt. I'm obviously a little bit more snappy. Just like learning how your body works and how you can take care of yourself is really, really beneficial. I feel like there's some stuff that I'm missing, but I'm not trying to like make it a whole video about periods. Oh, also remember to change your pads and tampons frequently. Especially if you're wearing a tampon, you do not want to get toxic shock syndrome. Please, for the love of God. Like, that just sounds terrible. No. Okay, now to go along with periods, we are going to talk about self-care. I love self-care. I do. I think I want to make a Sunday self-care video, like a Sunday reset. And I think it goes along perfectly with like self-love. Self-care and self-love just go together perfectly, and doing self-care can help you accomplish self-love. I'm not the best with self-love, if I'm being completely honest. I know I'm like on YouTube and on social media. My confidence, terrible. I barely have any confidence. And being insecure, yeah, through the roof. I got that. Self-love, I'm working on it. I'm working on all of these, but like, I'm not this super confident person, but being able to work on it and being able to want to help yourself and want to give yourself self-love is very, very important. It's actually like probably I would consider the first step into doing all of this. So anyways, let's just get on to this. Okay, these are like things that I like to do. I'm not saying like you have to do them, but one is skincare. I'm not good about doing skincare all the time. Ugh, sorry, that hurt. I think that is a pretty good step in self-care. I like to do it. I don't do it every night. I'm not good about it. I know I need to get better. I also like to eat my favorite like snacks and stuff. I feel like that just kind of ties into the self-love aspect. Like, oh, I love myself. I'm eating my favorite food right now. Like, even if it's a sweet treat. Oh, I love a sweet treat. Anything. Like, anything that just makes your heart happy, eat. Go ahead, girl. Eat. Taking a relaxing shower or bath. Showers and baths. Chef's kiss. I love them. Cleaning your space. I honestly love advocating. I don't know words. I love talking about mental health and the importance in taking care of your mental health. And by having a clean space, like cleaning your room, the way that I think, and I think this is like ties into like something that's actually real, your room and your like surroundings and how you take care of them reflects how your brain is working. So like if I'm super stressed out, my room is disgusting, like terrible disgusting, and I mean it. I will admit that. And I feel like once my room is clean, it's a little bit more refreshing and nice. And since my room is my space, having a clean room is really, really nice and just like makes my brain feel better. So that's also a part of self-care, is like taking care of your brain health. That's what I like to call mental health, is my brain health. But I think cleaning your room is definitely a big part of self-care. That's your reminder to clean your room. Go clean your room. Don't be stinky. Don't be gross. I understand a depression room, but you'll feel so much better once your room is clean. Doing something that's relaxing is a big part of self-care, but not even like just relaxing, but like something that makes you happy. I don't know, just doing something that you enjoy but is also kind of like relaxing to you in a way. Do whatever makes you happy and like makes you calm and relaxed and helps you clear your mind. That's just important. We're gonna talk about boys. Ew. I know I say that, but then I have a boyfriend, but like, shh. I might get a little heated for this one because some of the stuff I have written down on here. Let's talk about boys. Okay, we'll start off on a good note. Someone asked how to like maintain a good long-term healthy relationship, because if you don't know, we're not married technically. Me and my boyfriend have been together for 2 years. That's so crazy. One of the main things that I will always recommend within any relationship is communication. Communication is so big and so important within a relationship. I don't think people realize how big of a difference communication can make within any relationship, but since we're talking about like romantic relationships, girl, communicate. I am a victim to this. I fall victim to this often, but boys, they can't read your mind. I'm sorry, they can't. If you drop hints, they're not always gonna be able to tell. I know that literally sucks so bad, because like, say you want flowers or something, but he's not picking up on any of your hints. You just have to tell him, hey, I would really like if you got me flowers. And they're not gonna see it as, oh, I'm gonna do it just because she's telling me. Boys only do stuff if they want to do it, okay? So if he's getting you flowers even though you told him to, he could have not done it, but he did it because he wanted to. Making it clear on what you want and what you don't want. That is very important. But one thing to also remember is you can't change someone. And this goes for both boys, girls, anyone. Anyone. You cannot change someone just because you want to. One, they have to want to change, and two, you can't change something that's so big about them. Like, for instance, I'm a very emotional person. My boyfriend, girl, I mean, I don't want him to be as emotional as I am. That sounds like hell. Like, he's not. He's gotten way better, but like, still, I mean, he's just a boy. But what was I saying? Hold on, sorry. I can't expect him to have all of these emotions. I can't change that about him because that's just who he is. He doesn't have all of the same emotions as I do. And even if he does not express them the same way that I do. And that's something that people have to remember. There are different types of love languages and people need to remember that. Not everyone is going to meet your expectations for your love languages. Like, for instance, my love language is words of affirmation. And even though Shane has gotten so amazing at like fulfilling that, he hasn't always been like that. But even though I told him like, hey, I would really appreciate if you did this, he did it because he knew it was gonna make me happy and was gonna make our relationship flourish. It is very hard to come across a man who is able to express himself the same way that girls do, and like the way that he talks, and be as emotionally intelligent as some girls are. You really can't change that about them. You really have to remember that. And for the longest time, I couldn't wrap my head around that because I would see all these other boys. Oh, that's another thing. Don't even get me started on social media. Social media ruins relationships. Anyways, you also can't compare your relationship to other relationships. That does not help whatsoever. Remember that. The way that I like to compare my relationship is I like to compare my relationship to what I know Shane is capable of and to what I know, like, what he can do. Say Shane hasn't been putting in much effort. I don't compare him to someone else. I compare him to what I know he's capable of. And I would expect him to do the same for me as well. I feel like I'm totally just like rambling and I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying. But hold on. Okay, we were talking about communication. That's what we started with. Yeah, just making sure you communicate with your partner is beyond important. It's important in any relationship, but in this case we're talking about romantic relationships. So making sure you communicate with your partner. Obviously, if you're communicating and they're not listening to you, then there might be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't know. I literally don't even remember what I was saying. Oh my god. Let's go back. This isn't written down, but let's go back to social media. Social media with relationships, it completely ruins relationships. Literally don't compare your relationships to anyone on social media. So just don't compare people, but especially don't compare your relationship, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not what you think it is. Don't compare yourself, don't compare your relationship, don't compare anything from the freaking social media. No, just stop it, okay? Another part of being in a long-term relationship or a relationship is in general is being able to get through ups and downs. And this is what I mean by downs, okay? Downs are struggling with health, mental health, maybe going through a loss in the family, financial burdens, miscommunications. What else? I'm trying to think of what else like actual downs are, because I'm gonna tell you what downs aren't, okay? Downs are not cheating, being disloyal or unloyal or whatever the hell it is. No cheating. That's not a down. That's a straight. That's straight. You're gone. I'm done with you. Disrespect. Ugh. No. If you're getting disrespected within your relationship, hell, leave. I'm gonna tell you right now, leave. Oh my god, that's not a down. So people who would be like, oh yeah, we've had our ups and downs. Him beating you? Him cheating on you? Her cheating on you? Like, what? No, that is not a down. A down is when, like, no, it's not that. I don't even have like an actual example, but like, that's not a down, girl. That's not a down. No. No. Nothing you can say or do to convince me to stay with a person like that. Shane is a perfect angel compared to some of the men I hear about. Okay, those aren't downs. It's like, sorry, I'm getting like sidetracked, angry, and I don't know, confused. I'm confuzzled. Okay, another part of being in a long-term relationship is willing to like genuinely fix things. You cannot be with someone who says they're gonna fix something but then doesn't fix it, or says, yeah, I'm sorry for doing this, I'll fix it, and doesn't. If you want to be in a relationship with me, fix your shit. I'll fix mine, you fix yours. We can fix it together if you'd like, but Because I'm sorry, but having to explain to someone that they're doing something that's hurting you over and over and over and over again, and nothing is changing ever, nope. And it gets to a point, because you don't want to like nag someone. I sometimes be nagging, and a part of being in a long-term relationship is being able and willing to fix the problems within your relationship to stay together. Like, you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not doing anything to better your relationship, it's not gonna work. You have to genuinely want the person and want to be with them, and not just want to be with them just to like, oh, have a relationship, but want to be with them because you truly love them and because you want to be the holder and you want to like be the person that gets to hold their love and not someone else. Because that's how I think of it with Shane. I don't want anyone else to be able to get to love him the same way that I do, and so that's why I better myself, and not like in a controlling like you're mine forever. I mean, I say that to him, but like, I don't know, I'm kind of just rambling at this point. Yeah, I don't know, you just have to really love them, really care about them, be loyal, trust them. If someone isn't treating you right, there's always going to be somewhere out there that can treat you 10 times better. Okay, someone asked me this question on Instagram. Also, follow the gram. She says, how do you say no in an uncomfortable situation? Now, this can mean two things. This can mean with like within your relationship, like friends or something, but let's talk about it, okay? So, if I'm being completely honest, if it was me and someone was trying to get me to do something, I just fuck off. But like, in all seriousness, I know that's not as easy for people. Like, I can act a certain way and be like, oh, I would just like fuck off. But like, who knows? Like, in a situation, you could very easily be like intimidated to not do something. I don't really have any tips besides stand your ground and follow your morals. But honestly, just remember that no means no. You're not gonna be lame or uncool for saying no, whether it's drinking, smoking, whether it's being pressured to do something by your partner. Like, no. No means no. I mean, there's obviously like respectful ways you can go about it. You can be like, yeah, no, like I don't really feel like doing that. And honestly, that's probably what I would say first, besides saying like no, fuck off. I just be like, no, like, hey, I don't really want to do that. And if they get mad at you and like, or like, well, you're lame, you're a loser, I don't give a fuck. Sorry. No one can force you to. And if you really feel like someone is going to harm you for saying no, beat the bitch up. I'm just kidding, no. On a serious note, tell someone. Please tell someone. Like, tell someone you trust, tell someone who has a big authority figure that could make them fuck off. If they're just badgering you so much about it, no. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm a prude for not wanting to do something, or you think I'm lame for not doing something. I don't give a fuck. Sorry. Also, not sorry at all. I have personally never had to experience this, but I know a lot of girls do. So they'll be like, oh yeah, no, my boyfriend doesn't pressure me into doing anything. Girl, doesn't he beg you constantly until you finally do it? So yeah, that is still pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do. So remember that. Boys are the ones that do the weird shit. Okay, remember that. A man would never. A boy, however, would. That's kind of my advice. I know I'm only 17, but I feel like I know what I'm talking about. So I don't know, I like to share what I think is appropriate. But yeah, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really did. I yapped for like maybe a little close to an hour. I hope you guys had fun watching me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say, which is funny because I'm speechless right now. Sounds fun. Make sure to like and subscribe, pretty please. Follow the socials. I'll see you next Friday for another video, and I hope you have an amazing week and now weekend. Okay, I love you guys so much. Mwah! Bye!